Okay, so in this video, I wanted to share with you a few easy tips to set yourself up for success if you're going to be doing something like the Whole30 or even just like a form of the Whole30, right? Because you may not be in a position where you're ready to like take this on and really go full tilt with the Whole30, but maybe you're taking some inspiration from it and maybe you're saying, well, okay, I can't eliminate everything right now, but I'm going to just eliminate gluten, right? I'm going to like cut out the pasta, the pizza, carbs like that, and you just want to start there. That's amazing. Good for you. You have to start somewhere. And I think that we're all at different points in our journey. So let this inspire you to do one thing, even just one thing. So whether you're going to tackle the Whole30 or whether you're just going to do that one thing, I wanted to share with you a few of my favorite tips that are going to help you through the Whole30, that are going to help you to really just set yourself up for success right before it, and then going to give you success throughout the entire thing. Before I get into that, you might be saying, what even is the Whole30? I hear people talk about it. I have no idea what it is. I know it involves healthy eating. So let me give you a quick rundown on what it even is. So the Whole30 is basically where you take 30 days and you just simply eat whole foods, hence the name Whole30, right? But you're just taking those 30 days, and throughout those 30 days, you're eating food in their whole form. So what that means is nothing processed. You're eliminating the gluten, you're eliminating dairy, you're eliminating any added sugars, anything that has added thickeners or gums in them, which you'll see, unfortunately, in a lot of our foods today. You are eliminating grains, legumes, so things like beans and lentils. You are essentially, again, just eating foods in their natural form. So that leads me to the first tip, which is to focus on what you can have, not what you can't have. And I know that that's difficult because we're always doing this dance with, well, can I eat it? Can I not eat it? You know, I can't have that. That's okay, but I don't want you to get stuck there. Don't get caught up into thinking, gosh, there's so many things that I can't have. Oh my God, I can't have gluten. I can't have dairy. Sugar's everywhere. It is, but you need to sidestep that for a little bit and you need to focus on the things that you can have. If I'm talking about the things that I can have on the Whole30, I can have any vegetables that I want. I can have any meat source or protein that I want. So that's, fish, that's meats, chicken, beef, lamb, anything like that you can have. And you can have any fruits that you want. Now on the Whole30, they don't want you to rely too heavily on fruits because remember, a big part of the Whole30 is to break your craving and need for sweets. So we want to just be sure that we're not relying too hard on fruits, but fruits are okay on the Whole30 for sure. You can have nuts, healthy fats like ghee, which is, grass-fed butter with the lactose removed. You can have olive oil, avocado oil. You can have olives. I'm going to give you even more of that in just a minute, but I just wanted you to know that tip number one, focus on the things that you can have, not the things that you can't have. Another tip I'm going to give you is to meal prep if you can. Now, I'm going to admit to you, I'm not the best meal prepper. I have 2 kids. I wish I were sometimes a better meal prepper than I was, but at least during the Whole30, you want to have an idea of quick things that you can have for yourself in your fridge. You want to set yourself up for success. Now, Whole30, yes, while it means that there is going to be some prep involved and that it's very encouraging to cook and to make your own food, it doesn't have to be fully just you in the kitchen nonstop for 30 days. I mean, we're busy, right? We have lives. We can't spend all this time on just cooking for the Whole30. So there are a couple things that you can do, a couple little quick tips that I'm going to share with you to set yourself up for success when it comes to meal prepping. So first things first with meal prepping, if you can designate a day to do it, like maybe Sunday is your day. So Sunday afternoon in the middle of me, doing other chores around the house, I'm going to bake or grill a bunch of chicken breasts. I'm going to hard boil a bunch of eggs. I'm going to chop a whole bunch of veggies so that I have them in my fridge and ready to go. I'm going to make some chia pudding and I've got recipes I can share with you. I'm just going to keep them in jars and I'm going to stack them in my fridge so that I can grab and take them, whenever I need them or I'm feeling hungry. Part of meal prepping even means like, okay, I'm going to go to the grocery store and I'm going to buy a few Whole30 approved snacks so that I have them at the ready. Which brings me to my next tip, tip number 3, which is to buy pre-cut veggies and pre-cooked meats. So let the grocery store do some of your legwork, right? A lot of grocery stores will sell pre-cut veggies and that will change. So it will give you at least a good variety throughout the Whole30. You know, maybe some weeks they have pre-cut, you know, carrots and celery. Maybe another week you go and they've got some snap peas there. Maybe another week you go and they have something else interesting that you didn't even know was there, you know? But utilize the grocery store. Buy your pre-cut veggies from the grocery store. Also, buy your pre-cooked meats from the grocery store. So a lot of times what I'll do is I will go to the grocery store, I will go to the prepared foods section, and a lot of times there you'll find pre-cooked rotisserie chickens. So you want to go get yourself a rotisserie chicken and keep that in your fridge, and then you can cut off of that and eat that, you know, put some of it on your salad, serve some of it to the family for a quick dinner one night. You know, have it as a quick protein snack. If you're in a rush and you really just need something to eat and you want to stay on the Whole30 and keep it clean, you can take it off that rotisserie chicken. You can also buy pre-cooked things like shrimp and salmon, fish is there. Just go and see what your local grocery store has as options. The one caveat I'll say with that is that you want to make sure that they aren't putting any spice blends on them that have added sugars. So ask your local grocer. It usually says it right there in the packaging. Like I know, for example, when I buy the rotisserie chicken, it literally just says chicken, salt, and pepper. And that's all I'm looking for. When you go home, if that doesn't feel like enough for you, you can dip it in some sort of marinade or dressing that's Whole30 approved, and I'll get to that in just a second. But the point is, use your grocery store, allow it to do the legwork for you in buying your pre-cooked veggies and some pre-cooked meats. Okay, next tip. If you've been thinking about getting a membership to a place like Costco or something like that, now's the time. I'm going to push you to do it. Number one, you're going to save money. And number two, they actually have a lot. I was very surprised at how many options Costco has for Whole30 friendly type things. And I'm going to do a whole other video on Whole30 things that you can buy. But look back at my latest video that I did on Whole30 snacks, healthy snacks, and I go through a ton of Whole30 approved snacks that I found at Costco. So totally worth the membership. They sell things like ready to go portions of mashed avocado, which is like a little guacamole in a cup that has clean ingredients. They sell things like already pre-cooked beets that you can add as the veggie for your dinner or toss them into a smoothie. They sell already pre-riced frozen cauliflower. So if you, again, need a quick veg for your dinner or a base for something like, you know, I do a recipe for bang bang shrimp. It's on my website. You can grab it. I use this cauliflower, frozen cauliflower as the base of it. And all I'm doing is literally taking a bag out of my freezer and heating it up on the stove for about 7 or 8 minutes and you're done. They even have smoothie packs. Again, just make sure you flip them over and look at them and that there's no added sugar in them. Some of them have them, some of them do not. So you want to make sure that you're buying the ones without the added sugars. Costco always has new Whole30 approved snacks. They even have those Chomps jerkies there that you can take with you on the go. I know that's always important to a lot of us when we need to take things with us if we're going to be in the car for a while, but we want to eat healthy. They have those snacks for you. So if you can, get yourself a Costco membership and get yourself some Whole30 snacks from Costco. Here's another tip for you that helped me a ton is to, before you start the Whole30, write out a list of your personal favorite snacks and meals. I could tell you all day long, you know, what I eat, but maybe you don't like what I eat. Maybe you have a different preference. Maybe you're more red meat heavy and less fish, or vice versa. You know, maybe you don't like certain marinades that I list. You know you best. So as you go through and get yourself ready for the Whole30, take a little list, put it in your kitchen, inside of a kitchen cabinet or somewhere where you can see it on the regular, and list out snacks too. Don't forget snacks, because those are what we go for when we're hungry. You want to be able to see that list right in your line of sight. Okay, I'm in the mood for that right now. And just like you're on autopilot. This may sound boring. It may sound like, oh God, you know, that sounds like very dreadful. Think of it like this. It's only 30 days, okay? It's just 30 days where you're doing this challenge. It's not meant to be gourmet meals every night. It's meant to eat well and to eat healthy, but to mainly just get through these 30 days where all you're eating is clean food. This sort of like resets your baseline. So especially after the holidays and everything where sugar was probably abundant, this doing the Whole30 resets your baseline. So kind of think of it almost like a business deal for 30 days. So it's okay if you feel a little bit uninspired throughout it. You are just simply retraining your body, retraining your mind, and this will pay dividends later. So you can kind of look at it that way. But get your list there and just, again, go down that list. And this way, when you're in a pinch, when you're hungry, you can locate something fast that you know that you like. Another tip is to drink lots of water. So lots of times when we're hungry, what's actually happening is that we're thirsty. I think that a lot of us are underhydrated, so making sure that you always have water in your fridge at the ready. You may want to infuse your water pitcher with some fresh herbs. You know, a favorite combo that I really like to do is cucumbers and mint in my water. I will just take some fresh sliced cucumbers and some sprigs of mint, stick them in a pitcher and put it in my fridge, or leave it out at room temp for a little bit. However you like to drink it. The point is that you can find ways to sort of spice up your water so that you're not just bored with having only water. I recently did another video on warm, healthy drinks that you can have during the wintertime, or really maybe even in the summer. You're a person who likes warm drinks. I know I still drink tea in the summer, but go check out that video because I have 3 of my favorite recipes for really good warm drinks, and they're all Whole30 approved. But the main focus is make water your friend, stay hydrated, and even if you're feeling hungry, of course, take care of your body, but maybe first fill up on some water, hydrate yourself, and see if that helps. This is also a really good gift for your skin. Your skin loves water. Again, a lot of us are underhydrated, so the more that we can get our water intake up, the better our skin's gonna look, the better we're gonna feel. Another tip for you is to eat the rainbow. So you may have heard that phrase before, but if you're feeling a little bored or you want to maybe try some new foods, try something different, think about the colors of the rainbow and then go toward that. For red, you've got beets, you've got raspberries, strawberries, tomatoes. You can think about that for red. For orange, you have mango, sweet potato, pumpkins, actual oranges, butternut squash. For yellow, you've got lemons, you've got peaches, papaya. For green, you have collards, you have bok choy, you have arugula, kiwi, Brussels sprouts. And then you've got your sort of green-white category where you're gonna have things like garlic, onion, chives. And then you've got your blues, which is of course blueberries, plums. And then for purples, you've got grapes and your other berries like blackberries. So again, just think about eating the colors of the rainbow, things that are naturally those colors. Remember that every time you eat is a chance to nourish your body. So every time that you're eating throughout the Whole30 and beyond, you're making a choice. We have choices that we make, right? So one of the other reasons why the Whole30 is so beneficial is because when you eliminate all of those other filler type foods, like the chips or, you know, the grains and things, you are making more room on your plate for those other healthier foods. So you might still feel hungry, and instead of, you know, reaching for those grains, breads, pastas, and things like that, if you're still feeling hungry on the Whole30, you're gonna say, wait a minute, I can't have that, but I'm still hungry, so let me eat more of this. And that's making room for those things like the greens and the rainbow foods that I just talked about. So that's one of the main points of it, is to eliminate the sugars, eliminate all the fillers and the things that we tend to rely on. You know, we're busy people. A lot of us have stressed out jobs, or, you know, whatever the case is. This Whole30 actually just brings food back to the priority. It lets us nourish our bodies in a way that's good for us, and also helps reset our baseline when it comes to sugars and the unhealthy foods. I also want to mention, don't skip the snacks, because remember, we're not here to starve ourselves, right? We're here to abundantly eat the things that are on that Whole30 list. So that just means abundantly eating the foods that our bodies were really meant to eat in the first place. So don't skip on snacks. Go for those snacks that you love. Eat when you're hungry. Just be sure that you're eating the right stuff that your body is feeling nourished by. If budget is top of mind, which I don't know who it's not for these days, especially with the prices of everything, refer to the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. So every year that list comes out where they basically say, like, these are if you're going to buy organic, you should really focus on these 12 items, the Dirty Dozen, because those are the ones that are the most heavily pesticided. So you want to buy organic on those if you're looking for, you know, what should I splurge on and what can I save on? And then look at the Clean 15, which is saying, hey, you can buy these whether they're organic or not, and they have the least amount of pesticides when you don't buy them organic. So Dirty Dozen, Clean 15. One of the things that the Whole30 helps with so much is to reduce inflammation in the body. So all the foods that are on the Whole30, that are approved for the Whole30, these are all low inflammatory foods. So this is good. I believe, of course, you know what you maybe have allergies to or sensitivities to. So you have to take this with a grain of salt and listen to your body. But what I will tell you is that in general, the foods that I named that are eliminated on the Whole30 tend to be the inflammatory foods. So you're going to do 30 days of eating low inflammatory foods, non-inflammatory foods. And that is what's going to help calm everything else down. So that will help with leaky gut. That'll help calm your gut. That will help with your skin. That will help just your body in general function better, because now it's eliminated all those things that kind of bring it down and make it extra sluggish. Biggest takeaway, if you're gonna take anything away from this video, is to focus on what you can have, not what you can't have. And remember that you're doing this to nourish your body, not to starve, not to live in scarcity. This is abundantly nourishing your body in a healthful way. Don't forget to check out those other videos I referenced. There's the one on healthy snacks and the one on the warm drinks that I think you're gonna love both of those. And please drop a comment. Let me know how you liked this. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I really hope that this helps you, and leave me a comment with any questions. Thanks.